Lois Lane, number 7. This is Greg Rucka writing, of course, with Mike Perkins on the art. And what I thought was interesting about this is that, Action Comics actually tied into the Superman reveal. Lois hasn't done it yet, because in this issue of Lois, no one knows quite, because there's a lot in this issue of Renee kind of like joking about Lois spending the night with Superman and like, hey, you're married, blah 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 blah. In this book, it's not been revealed yet. I assume it's going to happen soon, because I feel like I want Renee's reaction now, because Renee was giving her such shit about it this issue that I need Renee's reaction to Clark and Superman being the same.
Don't worry.
And mind you, while she's hitting on this new housekeeper that cleaned up after Lois, after the other lady
who clearly killed the previous maid from this hotel.
So with how Rucka's not afraid of politics and whatnot, and we had that early in this run, they were talking about the real life stuff that's happening with the U.S. border and the detainments. That's where I thought it was going, and that her housekeeper got wrapped up in all of that, and she couldn't work there anymore. And then there was that turn.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting the housekeeper to turn out to be someone. I was not expecting the face to come off Scooby-Doo style to reveal a skull.
Yep. No, me neither.
That was intense.
To the point where for a second I was like, wait, is this like Bones? And I was like, nah, this is someone else. I think this is someone else.
So, yeah. And so basically what Renee tells Lois is that there is a price on her head, and that the people that she went to investigate, she got evidence of, where she gave him the Batman treatment by hanging him out. And Lois gets all mad. She's like, well, no, this is not admissible. This isn't, I can't write a story on this because you got this evidence, basically illegally by doing the Batman treatment.
It's because it was coerced, and what can you do?
Right. If you were a cop, you'd be fired. Like, you can't do this. And we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And so I liked all that. But then it comes to find out that, it might have been coerced, but it's true, because when the housekeeper pulls off the face Scooby-Doo style, we see a conversation going through about the money being wired, and that there's another person there, and that's going to up the price a little bit.
A lot.
Yeah, this seems, I mean, unless someone like sort of pulls, this is a great pull from DC history, this seems to be a new character who's an assassin that's coming after Lois by the looks of it.
Yep.
And
I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone's being pulled, but...
Yeah, it could be. It very well could be. I mean, there's a lot of comics to pull from. But what I really like is just the irony here that Renee's, quote unquote, watching her back, and she does technically save her from a photographer who's trying to take a photo, and that's when Superman kind of runs into her.
That was a fun sequence.
That was a very fun sequence. But I love the irony that she actually flirted with the assassin instead of, like noticing that something's fishy. She's like, hey, I get a drink around here. And then Lois pulling her up for it. Honestly, a lot of the banter from like when she was out of the hotel and Renee like giving her shit for like being with Superman and like, oh, it's none of my business. But
just her pretending to be horrified when she gets to the room. It's like, it's been cleaned.
Yeah.
And then Lois being furious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, really, really fun stuff. That was a lot of the issue. The opening scene was a little bit different. No, in fact, I'll be honest. Because of the art, I thought it was Lois in disguise as a nun for a little bit.
Yeah.
A very Lois looking face to me, but I mean that's fine.
so there's definitely something going on here, because that was Jessica Midnight. This is the character that set me off on my Checkmate read.
Mm-hmm.
Through that first book. She didn't kill herself. She did attempt, though.
Yeah, she's in a convent. Yeah, she's in a convent right now, being looked after by nuns.
And she's there because she knows Leviathan's coming after the spies. So now this means that Checkmate is in disarray, because if she's on the outs and doesn't know who she can trust, that means they're gone, which is interesting. Especially with Rucka.
I'm really intrigued to see where this is going, because it feels so removed from everything else in the book right now.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm even surprised me if this is Lois in disguise and it's set for later down the line. Like, we get to this point more.
It could be.
Because
unless it says the time at the start, because I know it has a location. Does it have a time?
Oh,
no, it doesn't.
It just says the Royal Wolverhampton, UK.
Yeah.
I don't know. She doesn't have purple eyes, and the art here.
That's fair.
With the nun.
Wearing contacts, I suppose, if you really wanted to play that way.
But I feel like if you wanted to let us know that this was Lois, you would have given her the purple eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed it was Lois until it cut to like Lois, and I'm like, oh wait, I guess that wasn't Lois then. I guess that's someone else. But No, I'm thinking about it though. I mean, it could be like a little setup where we'll.
If they really wanted it to be, it could, but I suspect it's probably not.
It's probably not. She felt like her, at least to a point.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that was a solid issue. I think the relationship between Lois and Renee is really good. I like that it kind of slowed down here and just dealt with the information she's got, but just like I say, actually spending time doing all this banter and having because I'm actually excited. I'm actively excited about Renee finding out that Clark is Superman and when that's going to pop up, presumably soon, given that other books are starting to address it. So. And we know Rucka with Lois and Fraction with Jimmy have been working with Bendis to keep all the super books kind of in line with each other.
Yeah, and now you throw in Supergirl with that too.
I hope.
And that issue that's going to be coming out, I feel that's where they'll all pay off at.
Yeah, I just really hope that it doesn't happen like between issues. I really hope we get Renee's live reaction to. Wait, like Superman's Clark? Damn it!
That would be quite funny.
Yeah, because it's funny because a lot of Lois's dialogue sounds really kind of mean if you didn't know that Superman was also Clark. Which is like, oh, how I handle my marriage is my business. Like it sounds really cold to anyone who doesn't know that Superman and Clark are the same person.
Yeah, well, and when you see that type of stuff, like I don't know if you've had friends that you found out we're double timing their significant others. That's stuff that I've heard. That's my business, not your business. Stay out of it. And I was like, all right, someone's defensive, And so the fact that it comes off as defensive, I quite enjoy.
Good.
Like, shocker, Rucka's a great writer.
Because this is the thing. If you think about this situation, there's nothing that Lois could say that would play it off as somehow innocent, but also like it has to come off sounding defensive because there's no other way it would come off.
Well, I also love that Renee doesn't seem that shocked either. Like, if you're in this world, right, and we know of Lois Lane, we know of Superman, of course they're hooking up, right? Like, she named him.
Although I did love the morning after stuff with Clark, where he's like, Renee's going to have a lot of questions.
Bad pun, honey. Yeah, I like that one. It was...
Great puns.
But yeah, no, I thought this is the strongest the art's been, I think. Like, it feels it's not as sketchy and as dark, and maybe that's just because of, the setting.
A lot of it is set in the daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, no, the art here, I'm trying to find the artist because I forget the name. Perkins. I do that every month. Yeah, I think this is the strongest it's been. Even just with the expressions of, like, Renee, when I'm getting to that page.
When she's flirting?
Yeah, when she's flirting, she has the smile on her face.
Yeah, it's good.
It's very clear. And then even Lois and her, when she's arguing with Renee, and you can just feel the tension there about her marriage and stuff. It's all there. Yeah. The colors are real nice.
And I will say, I expected the twist essentially with the housekeeper, but I did not expect a face coming off to reveal a skull. So even though it did the obvious twist, it did it in such a visually spectacular way that I was really into it anyway. So I'm like, yeah, okay.
It looked really.
I'm trying to think of all the skull villains we have that
Well, we got.
You never have too many skull villains.
Atomic Skull. We got Bones. I guess Black Mask, kind of, but it's not really a skull in the same way. But
I didn't count that.
It looks skullish.
Phosphorus, but Phosphorus clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has got to be a new character.
Yeah. Because at first I thought, wait, was Bones like to pretend to be a woman? But no, I think that is just her body. Like she has.
I think so.
Yeah.
It says next time the kiss of death, and I'm wondering if that's her name. Kiss of death, because there are the lips on the forehead, like a kiss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wonder if she tries to seduce Renee and takes her out Poison Ivy style. Not kills her, but disables her.
Temporarily incapacitates.
Yes. So.
Or she tried but can't get through the mask. That'd be cool.
Wow.
Interesting. Anyway, what are you giving it, Matt?
Oh, this is 8.5.
Connor?
Solid 8 from me.
I will give it a solid 8 as well.